Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope you had a good day yesterday. Tuesday, whew, the days are flying by, man. It just seems like it's hard to keep track of what day it is. And yeah, it's crazy to think we've only got like a week and a half left. Okay, so more like 2 weeks of work, but well, a week and a half of, well, anyway, whatever. Um, Let's move on. Today we're doing lesson 941. Now, if possible, included in today's form and assignment, I did have a handout for 941. That handout, if you can print it out, that would be handy. It's just going to save you some work, to be honest. Otherwise, you can do the work on graph paper. Just kind of makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so if possible, please pause the video now, print out the handout, and then have that handout ready to go with you before we start the video, because it just makes things easier. Okay. If not, get some graph paper and we'll go from there. Your homework is 97 to 100. All right, so on today's lesson, please go ahead on the handout. You have this system of inequalities graphed, at least aligned. If not, please go ahead and graph them on graph paper. Don't worry about the shading just yet, okay? So pause the video when you're done graphing it, then just unpause it and we'll go from there. Okay, so here is what it should have looked like. So that's what you should have, okay? Hopefully you got that. Hopefully you got that this right here, the linear equation, should be a dashed line because there's no equal sign. And then this one over here should be a parabola, okay? Why is a line dashed while a parabola is not? Well, okay, I kind of already answered that. My bad. Okay, let's move on. The other question, though, is how many possible solution regions are there? Count them. So on your paper or here on the screen, count how many possible solution regions there are, that, you know, the double shaded area. Well, here's the thing. And honestly, the book and I disagree on this answer. So how many did you find? Well, here we go. Here are the ones I found. There is this one right here. That is one. Then there is this other. Oh, let me go to a different color. Fancy. Okay, hold on a second. There's this other region right here, which is inside the parabola but above the line. So this one's inside. Red is inside the parabola but below the line. Green is inside the parabola but above the line. Then we've got outside the parabola below the line. So there's three. And then there is, and here is where the book and I disagree. The book claims that these are two separate regions. I kind of say that this region right here and this region over here are outside the parabola above the line. But you could claim that these are two separate regions in the fact that it is, well, honestly, those should be connected. But you could say this one's separated from that one by the parabola, so therefore there is a separation, so there would be two different regions. But there are either 4 or 5 sections. Now look at those colors: the blue, the red, the green, and the orange, or green and the purple. Be careful, because if the solution was this purple area here and you shade this but not this region over here, that would be incorrect. Okay. If you shade the blue and you go in the blue, but you don't shade in, oh, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. You don't shade in right here. So if you stop at the axis, that technically is wrong because it does include this region here, and you need to show that. So your shading is actually going to really matter when you're doing this work. You need to make sure you shade correctly. Okay. There are 5 possible regions on that problem there. All right. Now, here's what you're going to do. So for now, what I want you to do is I want you to, well, let's read it. How does changing the inequality affect the solution of the graph? Notice that easy systems of inequalities below, that doesn't make sense, but notice that the inequalities below use the same boundary graphs as a previous problem. So when you look at these A, B, and C, they're all the exact same values, variables, the exact same things except for the inequalities, okay? However, some of the constraints are the greater than, less than, equal to, are slightly altered. If you printed the handout, graph the following inequalities. Otherwise, you can match the following system of inequalities. Can you match the following systems of inequalities with their graphs? Try to devise a method to determine which region is the solution. So if you have the printout gives you an A, B, and C, and they go ahead and show you this. They show you this right. Well, hold on. That right there. And you are the one. Excuse me. You are the one that has to shade them in. Okay. So you shade them in. If you do not have it, here's what I want you to do. Well, if you have it, pause right now and please do it. Okay. If you don't have the printout, then right below I have 3 possible solutions, or the 3 solutions, and you've got to match which one matches with which. Okay. Please, if you do have the handout, please don't just cheat and copy off here. Please pause it and try it on your own to see if you're correct. How would you check it, and what would be the correct answer? Otherwise, here we go. Here are 3 solutions. Match them. So if you could take a minute now, pause the video, and which one of these 3 down here matches A, which one matches B, which one matches C. So I'm going to pause it, or you pause it, and compare. Okay, so hopefully you figured this out. Now, what's the big problem here? The big problem is that 0.00 is on the line right here. Okay, there's 0.00, and as you can tell, let's do it in red here. So you can tell it's on this linear equation, 2/3 x. So therefore, plugging in 0.00 is not going to work. So you have to find another point to plug in. Again, one of the easier ones is 1, 1. You could also go in with 0, 1 or 0, 2. That wouldn't be too bad. So picking a problem, or even, -1, 0, whatever, picking a problem, a value, plugging it in, and solving. If you did that correctly, here is how they should match up. So this one here matches up with which one? With which? It matches up with B. This one here matches up with, no, it matches up with A, which means this one is C. So hopefully you were able to match those correctly. Now, again, think about the fact that you are going to have to do this later on. You're going to have to figure out an easy way to do it. Plugging in an easy point into both, you have to plug them into both. Can't just be just one, but plug it into both. You can then check your answers, and hopefully that finds an easy way to shade it. Please be careful with your shading. Make sure you shade all the correct parts, everything included. Got it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. Your homework is 97 to 100. Good luck. When you are finished, that's it for today, and you can check your answers tomorrow. Got it. Have a good day.